Welcome back to our Surgical Robotics Industry Parallel series. I'm joined by PA's Head of Advanced Manufacturing, Marc Booth. Marc, thanks for being here.
Great to be here, Chris.
So Marc, the factory floor looks very different from the operating theatre, but I think the overall result that you're after is the same thing. It's value and efficiency, quality. How's that developing in your industry?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the manufacturing shop floor change drastically over the last 5 years. You've gone from very discrete operations, very manually done, to a huge amount of data-driven enterprise. So you do everything virtually before you do it in the real world, and decisions are made in real time on real information during the manufacturing process.
Well, that's interesting. It's still early days for digital twins in surgery, certainly. What examples do you have from automation that might be relevant?
Well, if you think about the planning stage, I think that's a great one. So I create a digital twin of my environment. Yeah, and think how the robotics will interact with that facility. So, for instance, a robot in a surgical environment moving and bringing in logistics, equipment, tools for the surgeons. It could be used in that. Creating that digital twin then helps you map that using AI and other technologies that you stack on top of it to really create this ecosystem of innovation and efficiency around the surgery and the hospitals.
And optimise workflows around a wider facility.
Once you've got that digital twin, you can then do what-if scenarios into the future. So you can be modelling what we'll need, where we'll need to go and get the bits and the materials to help the surgeons weeks in advance. So you can be planning those routes and removing the non-value add for the assistants and for the surgeons themselves.
And we're starting to see that with platforms like PA's Patient Catalyst that can improve decision support and maximise theatre usage in hospitals. But what you're talking about would be expanding that into the physical domain, using robotics coupled with that system to really drive workflows in a hospital and improve utilisation.
And interestingly, once you start to stack in AI and other enabling technologies as well, you then create an audit trail of what's happened. So the ecosystem is not removing all the non-value add tasks, but also adding value in from a compliance point of view to making sure that you're following all the correct steps. Are my instruments clean? Have they been washed? Have the audit trail for that been done correctly? So it really becomes very valuable for the hospitals.
Right, and you can recognise the equity in your data.
Yeah. Insight.
Interesting. What are the success criteria for robotics in this context? What features do they need?
If you look at industry, we're seeing developments really enable lights out facilities for manufacturers, really being pioneered by the automotive industry, 24/7, 365 days a year. So what they're doing is creating a technology stack where the robot has autonomy to move around. You've got 5G enabled geolocations to move around. You've got an ecosystem of different tool changes that it does to do different tasks at that time. So imagine how that can actually free up an assistant or assist the surgeon in some of its tasks when it's passing the right tools at the right time during the procedures that they're carrying out. Those are the things that industry is starting to address more and create a tool set that enables things like surgery robotics.
So how do people best interact with the robotic ecosystem you're describing?
I mean, this is where AI is a really fundamental technology to help you do that.
Right.
You're starting to see bots introduced into daily life to help and assist what we do. Imagine a surgeon that can then talk to his bot, that learns on the voice, on the language, on the characteristics, maybe on the procedure, because we've done some of this in the digital twin world and it knows this procedure previously before. Using AI really links in and empowers the surgeon to make some really great decisions just autonomously within the theatre.
And how far away are these technologies from wide-scale adoption? Is this happening now?
Yeah, in certain industries, yes. You're also using bots to train people as well and create knowledge management, so they can go over different scenarios and different operation types where they could take lessons learned, yeah? So AI is a really transformative tool.
So this sounds like the future, but this is the state of your industry right now, is that right?
Yeah, it's here now and it's happening.
So what enabled that shift and how long did that take?
That's the interesting part, right? And it's about bringing the right stakeholders together. Yeah, from estates people, from IT people, from the surgical side of the business, bringing them together, creating that blueprint of what they want innovation to unlock and what the use cases will be. It starts with that, and then you pivot out to companies like P to help solve those challenges.
Well, thank you for sitting with me today, Marc. It was great to hear and see what the future of surgical might be like.
Thank you.